Hey y'all, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery, and I want to do a recap on Jessica Foster. We've done several videos on this case in the past, and it's been a little while, so I wanted to do a recap to make sure this case stays out in the public. Jessica Foster is missing from Las Vegas, Nevada since March 29th of 2006. She was 21 years old, 5'6" to 5'7", 110 to 130 pounds, blonde hair and hazel eyes. Distinguishing characteristics, scars, marks, tattoos. She is a Caucasian female. Jessica's right eyebrow and left nostril are pierced. Her left ear is pierced twice, and her right ear is pierced 3 times. She has caps on her teeth, which are straight. She has previously broken her jaw and had seriously injured her left, leg in high school when she was struck by a vehicle. In 2005, Jessica and a friend of hers visited Florida together. Then they stopped by Las Vegas on their way back, where Jessica Foster decided to stay there. Before disappearing the following year, she had become involved in prostitution, was arrested once for solicitation, and was the victim of battery on several occasions. She was one of 4 sex workers who disappeared in Las Vegas between 2003 and 2006. The bodies of the other 3 have been found. The Las Vegas Police Department launched an investigation of a person in question, bringing in a forensic scientist to spray luminol on surfaces at the crime scene to detect invisible bloodstains, but they found nothing at his property, nor has he been interrogated on her disappearance. Her mother founded Mothers Against Trafficking in Humans following her daughter's disappearance. She hosted an internet radio show on Blog Talk Radio through Dreamcatchers for Abused Children. I can tell you her mom has been very, very active fighting and combating against human trafficking. And it's amazing everything she's gone through. She's found the strength to do that, and that's been incredible. The last time that she saw her daughter was Christmas of 2005. She believes that her daughter became an unwilling victim of human trafficking and that she thereby became a sexual slave. She therefore created almost a dozen websites advertising the disappearance of her daughter in hopes of getting answers of where her daughter may be. And let's pull up another image here. In an effort to find her daughter, her mother has gotten in touch with the FBI, bounty hunters, other prostitutes, police officers, psychics, private investigators. On the 15th anniversary of the disappearance of Jessica Foster, her mother sat down with AU4H Radio, Real Talk hosts Donna, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce this last name, Lee Roberts and Lori Smith, to discuss Jessica's disappearance and why she believes her daughter was sold into sex trafficking. She told Real Talk hosts that the investigation into Jessica's disappearance could have been handled much differently. She said she feels like the lead detective in Jessica's case. She believes that proper measures had been taken by the Northern Las Vegas Police Department following Jessica's disappearance There may have been a different outcome, and her daughter may be home now. Details of the disappearance. Jessica moved to Las Vegas in May of 2005. She met a wealthy man and moved in with him within a month or so. Less than 1 year later, she mysteriously vanished. Her parents talked to her on March 28th and said, "Talk to you tomorrow," but they have never heard from her again. It turns out her rich boyfriend is not a trust fund baby, as he told her and her family. Is actually, and these reports are not coming from Muddy Water Search and Recovery. These are what's reported on different online resources that we've discovered on the internet. So I'm going to read these anyway. It says he is actually a violent pimp with an estranged wife who is a convicted prostitute and who has many times threatened Jessica and Jessica's life. The boyfriend was known to beat Jessica, but her family was unable to get her to leave him. They later found out that he was forcing her into the escort business, which was discovered after she disappeared and her family had hired a private investigator. One of the last things that Jessie told her sister, or Jessica, I'm sorry, her family does call her Jessie, so if I say Jessie, we are talking about Jessica. But one of the last things that she had told her sister during the last phone call that they had was she was packing and ready to leave the man. Her sister warned her to make sure he did not find out, but Jessica said she thought he already knew. Her family never heard back from her again. The police say they do not have any evidence of foul play at this time, but the family believes otherwise. There are fingerprints and dental records available. This is one of those cases that you almost don't know where to start. I've seen it was reported that when law enforcement searched the residence, they found her hairdryer, they found her makeup kit, and at the time, if she was in prostitution at the time, her makeup kit and her hairdryer is something she's going to take with her when she leaves, if she leaves on her own. Me personally, I don't believe she left on her own. I do believe there is a strong chance that she was sold into trafficking. We do have another video going to come out in the coming weeks on this case that's going to dive more into that and kind of show some of the things that lead us to believe that. It will probably be an open discussion live feed because I definitely want you guys' thoughts and opinions on that. But overall, very sad case. Another young lady who's been missing for so long and no answers. So guys, if you have any information on this case, please get that sent over to us at the Muddy Water or MWSAR22@yahoo.com. That is the email that our entire team has access to. So we're all better able to monitor what comes in and to respond to those and get the information to where it needs to be. You're also welcome to call or text me on my personal cell phone number at 913-683-0147. And guys, she's been missing since 2006. Her family has not given up, and they are continuing to fight to not only find their daughter, but to combat human trafficking as a whole. So guys, let's do everything that we can to help them. With that, until next time, you guys stay safe. Let's continue to do all we can to help bring justice.